Friends, we discuss about the uses of the animals. Up to this, we see that animal is used as a food, and the animals are useful in human beings for other works, doing the to carry the heavy load or do our farm ones. Apart from this, some we get some useful products from the animals. Milk is the useful product obtained from the animal. Like the milk, we also obtain the again a useful product, that is the wool. Wool is obtained from the sheep. Obtained from the sheep, and from this wool we make a woolen fiber or woolen thread, and from that woolen thread we can make the woolen cloths like a sweaters, mufflers, blankets, and other many things we make with the help of this wool. So to obtain or get to obtain the wool, we rear the sheep in our farm. So rearing the sheep is also the farm practice. There are many steps include to obtain the wool from the sheep. Directly we cannot use this wool. The first step to obtain the wool is shearing. What is meant by shearing? The cutting or remove fleece from sheep. It's called shearing. Means it is the procedure which is done by the hand or with the help of machines. So this is the first step to obtain the silk. Then this silk is cleaned up and washed and used it for the this wool fiber. We make the woolen cloths. The woolen cloth also obtained from the yak. Fiber is obtained from the yak. The yak is the animal who have the long hairs, hair-like structures on their body. All the body is covered with the long hairs or a fleece, and from that we also make the fibers and cloths. So these are the two animals, sheep and wolves. They are alive in the extreme cold condition. Therefore, we also live in such a condition that the sheep and yak live with the help of this wool. The Australia is the country who rear the sheep in large quantity, huge quantity, and they are the main supplier of the all world of the woolen fibers. Then the yak is found in the cold region, and their fur or woolen obtained from them is keep us live in the minus 22 degrees Celsius. Means that is the power of that wool obtained from the yak. Means we can sit in the fridge, minus 22 degrees Celsius. So this is about the woolen fibers. So every year the farmers cut the hairs or share the hairs, and then that hair is screwing means it is cleaning, and then the grading of the silk is done. Grading means arrange the fibers according to their size and shape. Then after the grading, the dyeing is there. They give the desired color to the wool obtained from the sheep and yarn, and then lastly is the drying, and then it is sent for the wool. In this way, wool is the important source of the income for the some peoples, and wool is very important things for us also. After this, warm fiber. This is the very warm fiber. After this, again one animal is there, from which we obtain the silk. Wool is obtained from the sheep and yak and silk. Now we move towards the silk, and silk is obtained from the silkworm, a very tiny larva of the insect, very tiny. So silk is obtained from silkworm. It is a small worm. It is not actual the worm. The silk is obtained from the young ones of that worms. In this silkworm, the young ones of that animal is not just like a adult one. Means metamorphosis is found in this silkworm. Their young ones is different. So we call it as a caterpillar. So this worm, silkworm, is feed on the mulberry leaves. The mulberry is the special kind of tree, and on that tree leaves, this silkworm only eat the leaves of the mulberry plant. Therefore, when we want to cultivate the silk, obtain the silk, so we rear the two things. First is this silkworm, and second is the cultivation of the mulberry plant. Because on the mulberry plant, this silkworm give the eggs, and from that eggs the larva is emerged, and this larva after eating the mulberry leaves continuously eat, they becomes very fatty, and they also share their bodies. After some days, this larva can secrete a sticky substance, and it spin ourselves. This is the larva, isn't it? This larva, this is the larva, suppose, and this larva secrete a substance, and on drying it forms a fibers. That sticky substance forms a, after drying it forms a yarn-like structure, and they are spin around themselves, and that's why that fiber or that sticky substance is cover their whole body, and they forms the cocoon. Like this, they form the cocoons, and that caterpillar is capture or close into that cocoons. A larva is present. So from this larva we can obtain a precious silk, and that silk so silk is also the precious resources for the human being. So in this way, wool and silk are the fibers which are useful to us. Thank you.